Alright, I'm going to show you how to use Powtoon, one of my favorite Google apps. So if I go to Create and I scroll over, here's my Powtoon icon. Now if you're not seeing an icon like that, go ahead and click Connect More Apps, search for Powtoon, all one word, and then connect it to your Google Drive. So I'm going to open up my Powtoon app here, create and share. It's going to take just a minute to load. I have multiple accounts connected, so I just have to say which account I want to use. And here it goes, it opens my Powtoon dashboard. Now, if I'm looking here, these are the ready-made Powtoons that are ready to go. So if I wanted to do something for school, for example, I could look at the school templates that are ready to go. So if I was having kids do a book report, I might have them, if it's their first time using Powtoon, use this book report template. The slides are already going to be in there, some of the pictures are already going to be in there, and then they just replace what it says with their information. I've used this Mission Impossible theme before. The kids really like that one because it has some fun animations that make it look like it's doing a retina scan to unlock the information. You can get a sneak peek at it by kind of watching the video here where it's going to take you through it. So you could look through these templates to see what's already out there to be made. Your other option would be to start from scratch. And when you start from scratch, you can start with either a completely blank one, or you can start with your different cartoon characters, what you want to see, or your different styles that you might want to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with a completely blank Powtoon presentation, and I'm going to click Go to open it up. Now Powtoon is similar to Google Presentation in the fact that you're going to be making kind of slides. The difference between a Powtoon and a Google Presentation is that these slides, you have many, many more options for what you're going to be putting into them. So for example, here I am on the first page of my Powtoon. Down at the bottom, I'm looking at how many seconds this Powtoon slide is going to last. I can increase it up to 20 seconds. So I can have each slide last up to 20 seconds. If I go back down, now it's going to last 10 seconds. These are my options over here. Now, right now I'm in the Picto style. So when I look at all my options, these are options available to me through the Picto style. Because I'm in a blank document, I can mix and match things from different styles. So say on my first slide, I want to put a text effect. I could do a plain text. I could do a hand writing the text. I could do words appear. I could do words scaling down. By scrolling over or clicking the more, it brings up more options down here. So I really like the hand appearing. When I click that in, I can see it's added it to my timeline down here. This hand is going to appear and write this text for all 10 seconds of the slide. Say I only want it to write it for the first 5 seconds of the slide. By double clicking, I can edit what it says. This is a sample Powtoon. And I can play what the effect is going to look like. By clicking apply, it puts in that text on my slide. Now since I've only set it to 5 seconds, when I play that slide, do it from the beginning here, the hand's going to come up and write, and then after 5 seconds, those words are going to disappear. If I change my mind and say, you know what, I want that to be up there the whole time, I can click the hand again and stretch it out to be the whole length of the slideshow. Other options I have would be image holders. These are going to be things that I could put in that would then hold a picture. When I put it in, I need to pick which picture I want to put in by either uploading, or I could do a media search. So maybe I want it to be an apple. Alright, so I'm going to put this picture in, insert image. And you'll notice that it inserts it into this little image holder. So the kids like that. You can put the pictures right into things so it looks like a neat little frame around there. I also have characters. These are going to be non-moving characters, but I can have people doing things. So maybe I put in a guy who is standing here or trying to pull my picture along. There we go. I also have animation options, so these are characters who are going to be moving or doing something. So maybe I decide instead of pulling this thing along, I'm going to have this guy trying to push this lever. So there we go. Now I have an animated character trying to push the lever. I can add props. These are just going to be little graphics that are going to pop up. So maybe I have him trying to push the lever, and there's a dog sitting here watching him. I can put markers in to show what it is that I'm doing. There's an arrow. I can add basic shapes. Transitions is going to be how it moves from one slide to the next. There's some fun transitions, like here's a windshield, squeegee, or a paint roller. So if I pull this in, oops, you'll see that now it appears here that between these two slides it's going to be a roller. And then these are going to be my backgrounds that I can put in to this slide. So maybe I decide that I want to do this paper lines as a background. Now I design each of my slides. So for example, here's my next slide, and maybe I want to do a blue background. Now what's cool about Powtoon is I don't have to stay within that style. So if I start scrolling over at the top here, anything that says more is going to be an upgrade. So I'm looking for the ones that don't say more. So here, for example, is a greeting card style. This style is going to have the same text effects, but it's going to have different options down here. So here you can see that it's sorted by holiday. So I have Thanksgiving options, Hanukkah options, Halloween, winter, Valentine's, and then transitions and backgrounds. If I keep scrolling over, as I get to the different style, I have different choices. So you have tons and tons of choices in Powtoon. You just need to scroll through to see what those options are. Here's the panda option. Some of these are animated, I know. Maybe not that one, but we'll put him in there anyways. Here's our cartoon options. Again, different animated characters that you could use. When I do presentations for kids, I tend to use this as my generic boy student. Here's maybe the teacher in the classroom going crazy. Scrolling across, here we have different animated characters. These are a little bit more like cartoons. Our retro styles are pretty basic colors. Notice that the backgrounds are also different that I could have. So depending on which style I go to, I'm going to be able to find different things that I could use as a background in my Powtoon. There's like a corkboard type look. Hand signals that are doing things. Here's that Mission Impossible style that I could have come up. So some of the props that I could use for that. This is the retina scanner. So as you can see right now, I'm not really making something that I would use with students. It's more just to show you all the options that you have in Powtoon. The transitions aren't going to change. So no matter which style you use, you're always going to have the same transitions, and you're always going to have the same text effects that you can use. But depending on the style, you'll have different image holders, different props you can use, and different animated characters. Now when I go back to the beginning of my show, I can see that it's going to run completely through. So this first slide is going to go for 10 seconds. At the end of 10 seconds, this roller is going to go across, and the next thing is going to come in. Notice that the characters are coming in the order that I placed them into the Powtoon. If I want them all to come in at once, or if I want to reorder how they're coming in, by clicking on each character, I can see when they're going to appear and when they're going to disappear. So maybe I want the panda to pop up, then I want the boy to pop up, Then I want the woman to pop up. The other lady pops up. And we're going to end with this retina scanner in the middle. If I replay that slide, try again. If I replay that slide, you can see that it's changed the timing so that different things are popping in and out of the screen based on how I have it timed. If I think that slide takes too long, I can shorten the whole slide to be less time, and everything will just pop in and out faster. Up here, I can add text, I can add sounds, images, videos, grid, and edge. If I add sound, this is going to add music or sound effects to my Powtoon. So if I go to sound, I can either import a voice or a file, or I can record a voiceover. So I could talk and it'll record it along with my Powtoon. Otherwise, I have options down here of free things to add and things if I upgrade. I tend to use the free things to add just because I don't have the upgrades. So if I go to happy, I can look at what free ones are in here. Anything that says add over on the side is going to be free to add in there. So if I add this in and apply the changes, when I play my Powtoon now, it has music that goes along with it. The music is going to carry from slide to slide throughout your whole presentation. It'll loop if it needs to so that it can continue going. If I click images, this is going to add a picture. I can either add something from my library or go to media search and look through Flickr for what they have available. I can also add a video file directly to my Powtoon. This thing I can't because I'm in movie mode. So movie mode has it playing completely through like a movie. If I wanted to add a video, I'd have to change it up here to slideshow mode. It puts in some hold, so I'm going to have to click to go from slide to slide. When I'm in slideshow mode, I could add a video either from my media, here's things I've saved, or I could go to YouTube and find a video clip. When I click on the video, I'm able to upload it, select the video, and insert it. I can scale it to be the proper size, and now it's embedded in my show. Notice that there's holds down here in the video, so it's telling us when it's going to start and when it's going to stop. If you wanted your video to play automatically, that's a setting that you can do in the edit mode. You can tell it when to start the video, so you could do a video clip. Maybe I want to start this video 1 minute into the video, and I want to end it at the 2-minute mark. So if you're trying to use video clips for different classes, this would be a good way because you could just put that clip into. You can set play mode from auto start to manual if you want to have to click it in order for it to play, and then I can update my video. Now when I play this slide, it's going to pause at the start of the video, it's going to ask me to play it, and 1 minute into the video it would automatically stop. When I click play again, it's going to continue playing it, but because I'm in slideshow mode, it's put these holds at the end of each slide. So at the end of each slide, I'm going to have to click to continue playing the slideshow like we would in a Google presentation. That's the basics of using Powtoon Studio. I would just suggest that you go in and play around with adding slides, take a look at the different styles and features that you can do over here, and try to put some different things into your presentation. If this looks a little trickier than you wanted to get into with Powtoon, my next video will show you how to use Powtoon Slides. Powtoon Slides is a new feature that they've come out with during this school year that makes it even easier to build really cool Powtoon presentations.